Yo, how's your butt? Boop. Yo, how's your butts, guys? Hope you're enjoying Shadowkeep in the new raid. I wanted to give you an example of how we do the final boss phase because I know a lot of people have been having trouble with it, mainly the tether mechanic. So I'm going to teach you how to do this. This is going to be a full run through of a 3 phase so you can see how we do trigger boss damage 3 different times. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe on the video. I'd really appreciate it, but we're going to get into it. So the biggest issue that people seem to be having with this encounter is the tether mechanic. Now it is a little odd. It's not as quite as a concrete mechanic as, say, throwing a ball or standing on a plate. So it does require lots of movement, and it does require sometimes 3, if not 4 people to do a tether. So we're going to simplify this and kind of break down how we do this, how we form our team, who builds, who decides to go over and bank motes, and so on and so forth. We have had 4 people in 2 sets of 2 go and kill ads to get motes and then return and bank motes. And then their job when they come back is to break shields off the enemies that spawn while the other team is in. The second team is just 2 people that are building. Now these 2 people are building are very, very key to it. Their numbers may not stack up in the end as killing the most enemies. They may not have the most DPS, but this is just the basis of what we build for our teams. Those 2 people that are building are not only responsible for building, but they're responsible for seeing where the other teammates are on the map. This is something that is huge with the tether mechanic. You can't just build and expect your teammates to automatically know you're building. They will get tethered. They're going to be suppressed. They can't do anything. Builders have to be aware of where their teammates are when they're banking, when they're around banks, when there's shielded enemies that need to be killed, shields taken off, and everything. A good rule of thumb for people that are building that are going to have to do it: Cyclops first, add second, build third. Building does not have to be done. It just makes it easier to do DPS. It makes it easier to move around. You're not constantly getting hurt by the floor. So to make that clear with the people that we have for building, they aren't solely responsible for killing ads or solely responsible for killing Cyclops. They're just the last ditch effort. They're always going to be out. They will never be going in to collect motes. So they will be responsible for, if nobody else is calling them out or seeing them, killing the Cyclops, killing ads that are unshielded, and perhaps bringing people back from the islands. So after they have taken care of all that, those are always the first priority. Then it is building. You can see in this video, me and the person that's building with me, M3, we really only build the plates that need to be rebuilt that require only 2 people, that are away from where the teammates are spawning, that are away from where our teammates are banking motes. This is very key. Know when your teammates are coming back to bank motes. Know when they are shielded ads. With our team as well, the people that bank motes, we do have one person that banks right away. The second person will stagger them, so they may stand behind the bank. That also triggers to us, hey, don't build over here. We're getting ready to go over here and bank these motes. So we wait. Like I said, it's okay to have a few open spots on your floor. As long as you have a couple places to stand during DPS and or a well, you will be fine. The next thing that people seem to have is the misconceptions with the tether. You don't get tethered randomly. It is tethered by closeness and proximity to the relay. The relay also has to be turned on. I've heard many people coming in to my chat asking me in Twitter DMs, I've just been randomly getting tethered. Well, the tether was turned on and you were the next closest person to either the relay or the person that was carrying the tether with them. The tether can only go from the relay to another guardian or to guardian to guardian. It is not something that is random. This also means people that are around it make sure that there's only one person that's responsible for turning on and off the relay. Whenever I do this, I am usually the person that is the anchor or I'm closest to the relay while building. So I am the person that's responsible for turning off and on the relay. You can see in this video, the person building with me, M3, always stands closest to the end point of the relay, so the opposite point that is in the Vex Milk. I am always standing closest to the relay. This means that I'm always turning it on and off if we need to. He never does, so we don't end up double shooting it and turning it on or off at the same time. Another reason that we make the builders responsible for all these things is because they're always over on the DPS side. They're never on the islands. The people that are on the islands are constantly coming and back and forth. So everything looks a little bit different to them every single time they come back and forth. They're not concerned as much with their position as the builders can be. They can see everybody on their radar. They kind of can manage and see where everyone is. So this is why the builder is going to be really important. So builders, it is your responsibility. If you do it the way that I'm going to teach you and showing you how to do this right now. It is your responsibility to see where your teammates are so you don't accidentally tether them whenever they may be shooting shields off of ads. Remember, building is least important in this encounter, but it is helpful. So the next thing I want to talk about, and something that took me a while to get used to, is triggering damage phase. So to get the banks full, you have 30 on each side. The banks will glow kind of sparkly. There's this orange color on right and this blue whitish color on left. They will glow sparkly. It does say seething with light energy or seething with dark energy on your left-hand bottom corner, just above where your super bar is, if you've filled it up completely. The goblins can sacrifice, and if there's any motes in there, they will remove them. If they sacrifice with none in there, that will wipe you. So that's why the ads are so important and why they wipe you. The other difficult thing is triggering damage with the tether. This took me a really long time to learn it, as I did not look at anybody else's videos. I did not watch anybody's streams or VODs beforehand. We just kind of figured this out on our own. And doing the double break, you want to get the double break so you have the extended period of time to do damage. If you only do one break, you're getting a very short window to do break, and people are standing out of position to do damage. So we do a double break, but we have a set team of 3 that does both breaks. Now these set team of 3 will always stand in the same spots respectively if they're on the right or the left, so that's red or the blue side. There will be somebody that will be the anchor, so they will be closest to the relay. We'll have somebody stand in the middle, and somebody stand on one of the 2 plates that's closest to the Sanctified Mind. That person standing closest to it just needs to figure out which one's closer to the boss, relevant to what side of the platform and the arena the boss is on. The other 3 people are solely responsible for DPS. All they have to do is stay out of the way of the tether. If you're on left side, just start telling them to move right. If you have to go to right side, tell them to move left. This makes this very, very simple. This makes it easier for people that quite don't understand the tether mechanic and how it works. It gets them out of the way. They don't have to worry about it. It's something that relieves their mind. They don't have to think about it. This makes it just so much simpler, and we've cleared it, I think, 4 or 5 times since we've been starting doing it this way, and it just relieves so much pressure from us. So if you guys are having trouble with tether, I hope some of these things have helped you out, helped cleared up a little bit of the air of, some of the things are going around, how it's wonky. I know there are some glitches getting this part of the raid, but most of them have to do with the floor, not necessarily the tether directly. But if you've learned anything, if you think that I'm stupid, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. If you've learned anything, if you think I could improve on this, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how. I'm up to learning any kind of new strategy that you guys may have. Thanks for watching again, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
One more. No, we can build it. Let's go.
Oh, okay, we got it. Yeah, I thought the end point was in a different spot. More shieldy boys on right.
Oh, yeah, another one mid.
Fuck, I knew it! Oh my god, really?
I'm gonna go on right when I let Chappie out.
He's getting unnecessarily tethered, and some of the plates were getting him, and others killed him, even though they weren't standing on them.
I'm heading in.
Unnecessarily tethered just means...
How many do you have, Chappie?
That's a situational problem, probably, like not knowing when they're building, or people building in inopportune times.
3, you have a bubble, right?
Yeah. Shielded right? They'll shield it right.
Because we had lots of problems with that too. It's gonna be left first.
Alright, pull me on right.
Angelic is on the right as well. Oh, he's making it to the platform.
Alright, right's good.
Alright, gotta break left first.
Right side Cylops, nice, okay. Yep, left break, so DPS team on Akira,
Right.
go the other side. Akira,
Oh,
go
the
the
other
other
side,
side and do DPS.
I'm Motes.
Alright, now you guys can move back left.
Akira, move
Akira,
left.
move left. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, everybody meet middle. Or actually, stay where you guys are. Stay where you guys are. Bubbles in the back. Alright, first nades on. Fucking kidding me.
Goodness, dude. Alright, we gotta try to build some of these mid plates whenever we can.
Alright, gotta get to DPS and we're done. So. How do I just make it through this phase?
Alright, it's
Where
right
you
here
gonna build
on
first
right.
to get out of there?
Right here on
You're
right.
right.
I'm coming.
I got it
Hey,
open
Chad,
already.
Chad, let's
Yo.
get this in.
Okay.
Get this.
Ready?
Yep.
Hit it again. Same one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's
Kira,
coming for me.
you animal.
Oh,
Bruh.
I got
can
you.
pick him. You got him? Okay.
Hold on, I gotta get out of here and turn this tether off.
Alright, ads are coming in.
Alright.
Bubble. I'm not sure if I put it in the right place, but. Jelly.
Alright, Snake, you ready to go in?
Yep.
There we go.
Wanna build right?
Yep.
We have nothing.
Everything else is a 3, so we'll just wait. Bum biddy boom.
Pulse on left.
The back left. Make a
Another wave.
slammo run.
Oh, that's a beautiful feather. Shit, it works.
Excuse
Coming
you.
in, Snakey.
You can pull us left.
One we're standing on is breaking.
Alright, Snakey, we should be able to go in.
Let's do it. Ooh.
Right, Cyclops, guys.
Gilly boys right.
A couple of tapping guys.
Here, you
got
get
it?
right.
Okay, keep
I'll get-
pushing.
Got it.
I'll get left here, because I'm already here.
You can build back left if you want.
Alright.
Pulse on the right.
Going in, right?
Yep, go in.
There's a
Cyclops
back right
right.
being
I got it.
taken.
Ooh.
It's Christmas.
Gilly boys right.
The
best is we make
all the monsters go away.
like
Can build back right. Oh.
Pull us right.
Oh, shield is
Guys, yep,
right
got
side.
'em.
Right side.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm probably just cleaning it up real quick.
Cyclops right. Careful.
I'll get it.
Is it damage?
One break and kill him. It's about to be as soon as they both slam.
Okay.
There it is, right side. It's good.
Yeah, which of us?
I'm just gonna put this bubble here
Look at
now.
these shieldy boys.
Okay, it's left side
Left
break, so
first.
DPS team go to the right side.
Yep. Let's go.
Looks good. Alright, finish him. Nice.
GG, we did it.